Hi everyone, it's Andrew from Ant RC, and this is part 3 of the Killerbody Horri-Bull shell installation, modifying, updating, accessorizing series that I'm going to do. And it's bumper time. I've decided to stick with the original bumper that I had on the Comanche, which was this one. It did have the towel rail on, you may remember. That I've taken off, which is great, just unscrews. And it goes full length across the front. So you see the shell has got a heavily moulded front bumper, which is great. I just don't like catching this edge on rocks and mud and roots and trees and things, because you can see how this is about the same sort of width as the shell, so I'm going to be able to just cut to the edge, to this ridge, this sort of lip. I'm going to cut under that and then see if I can get this shell to just rest on the bumper slightly. It will probably require a little bit of trimming of the wheel arches, but not, as I say, a huge amount. You know, as if I had to cut up to this line. There's a line on each side there. Hard to see because it's black, I know. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. The back, similar sort of exercise. I'm just going to trim the bumper away under the lights. So there's a little pretend bumper there. That's going to get trimmed away. I'll leave the sides on again. I'll just trim it to the corners, because the bumper that I have on here for the back has a little ledge on it at each side, and I think if I'm careful, I'll get the shell to just, the sides of the shell to just butt up against it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to start cutting at the lexan, and once I've got that on, I'll know how high the body's going to be sitting, get the body posts sorted out, and so yeah, bit of cutting. I've cleared up, everything's nice and tidy, so I'm going to be covering it in bits of lexan in a minute, and we'll go from there. Oh, and I'm going to put the proper wheels on as well. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is deal with these light buckets that are stuck into the back. It's like a reinforced silver moulding that appears to be sort of servo taped, sticky taped to the back of the shell. So it's kind of like dual layered. The benefit of the scoring technique is you get this lovely, crisp, smooth line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you if you've not done it before. And of course, if I'm doing it wrong, you can tell me how I should be doing it. Is I'll do it with this little square in here as well. So I'm just going to score, make sure this stays in shot. So I'm just going to score along the crease in there. So I'm doing this freehand. Yep. Right, so you can hear that cutting in. You can hear the line cut in there now. It's not just scratch the paint. I'm going to just take the snips and go up here, because this doesn't matter if this isn't straight. This whole bit's coming off anyway. Right. So now I've got some movement on this. So if I just pop it off, you see, push it forward again. And it's off. So the benefit there is that it's a nice straight line. Now if I was doing this, say across the bottom of the shell, like when you're cleaning the lexan up for the first time, you know, we're cutting all the excess moulding off. If you've just got a nice straight edge to follow, a ruler or some hard plastic tape or something, and you can just score your line, you just snap this whole run off, and that's how you end up with these lovely nice straight edges along the bottom and the wheel arches and stuff. So yeah, I'm a fan of the scoring technique, I've got to say, but I think in this case I'm going to struggle. Right, so I've taken the spare wheel out the road so we can see how this is going to sit on the back there. So if I'm right, so to get the wheels in the right place, which is where it's sitting now, obviously the shell is going to be sitting an awful long way this way towards the camera. It's sitting actually much further over the bumper and over the hinge for the back wheel. So I get the feeling I'm going to have to pull the bumper out a little bit further. Just a little bit further. Yeah, maybe 5mm. If I can get 5mm out of these bumper mounts, we'll do that. Let's see. Okay, welcome back. So where I'm up to now, I have cut the body. I've trimmed it away and it sits on the bumper nicely, but the only trouble I've got is when it does so, it isn't far enough back on the chassis, so it doesn't quite sit properly on these on the back wheels. The wheel arch kind of gets too close to the wheel and it's clearly going to rub straight away. So I'm at the limit of the bumper arms extensions, so I can't get the bumper any further away with the stock pegs. So what I'm going to do, what I've done, is I'm going to add some spacers, which are just plastic tubing from something, in behind the bumper, and then put these on. So okay, right. So that's got those posts are now straight up. Let's get the body shell back on, and let's see how much room that's given us. Right. So that. Oh, that's lovely. That's spot on now. So let me just trim a tiny bit more off the edge of this. Nice. Okay, so let me bring the camera over. You can see there that I've got lift the shell up. You see, so I've got a kind of dog tooth cut in there to sit on that tab of the bumper. The rail fits right up against the back of the bumper, which is okay. I don't mind that so much. You know, there's no boom. It goes right up against it, and when it's sat there, then the wheel arch looks properly in the right place. Right, so to the front, and I'm on the phone now. The vidcam's charging up. So yeah, she looks pretty badass, I gotta say. I'm very impressed with now how she's sitting. And as I said, much as I like this bumper, and if I can get this bumper to kind of fit, you know, in the same place, so just underneath the body, so basically have the body drop onto the top of it, instead of it sticking out, because I won't be putting a winch on it, so it doesn't need to stick out any. It could hopefully get in there real tight. Let's have a play on that basis. Right, so I think I'm in a better position now to know where I'm going. I've tried swapping the bumper mounts around front and back, because the front one pushes the bumper out quite a lot, which I don't really need. The back one obviously doesn't do enough, as we've covered. So I had this genius idea, quickly swap them around. It might solve all my problems, but it doesn't, because the front bumper mount holes don't quite match the ones at the back. So, and to be honest, putting the Comanche back on would just be more of a clot on swapping bumper mounts as well. So we're sticking with it as it is, and I can now see pretty much where I'm going to have to cut. Alright, so things are moving on at a pace. As you can see, the shell is on, cut to fit, and some spotlights have appeared, but that's a fairly simple business. Now to the shell, you can see what I've had to cut away. So effectively it is, come on phone, it's freaking out. So I've cut a large chunk out of the bumper. Not all of the bumper, as you can see, there's still these sections to the left, but yeah, it now fits on real good. Try and do this one-handed, and you know, it fits in round there. So I've cut two little teeth out of the shell. You can just see there the silver inverted L shape, just to sit in the winch tray. So it sits really nice, okay, and it sits at the back. You can see it sits into that little, into there. It's a little notch. It should just drop into there. See, once I've got body clips on, it'll be a little bit more. There we go. So it just sits onto that little ledge, of the bumper. That's the shell there. Yeah, very pleased with it on these wheels and tyres. I knew it would work with the silver paint on the tyres and the stripe and so on. So I think for tonight we're done. I'm going to go and edit this, and we will pick up the mesh story in due course. I was thinking about a logo as well, won't I? Try and get a badge in there on the mesh grill. But yeah, there you go. For now, I think we're going to leave it there, and I am going to go down and start editing this. Alright, thank you very much for watching, all of you. It's been a bit of a job. I'll try and edit this down, but I can't promise miracles. Well done if you made it to the end. For me and Killerbody Horri-Bull, it's good night. Bye.